Hello, this is day 4 of my trip to Israel, and I am standing in Caesarea Philippi in Matthew chapter 16. This is where Jesus asked the disciples, who do people say that I am? And the disciples responded, well, some say that you're John the Baptist, others say that you're Elijah, and still others say that you're Jeremiah the prophet. And then Jesus asked them directly, who do you say that I am? Peter, probably representing the disciples, says to Jesus, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus affirmed what Peter said, that it was true. And he says to Peter, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. And some people, like the Roman Catholics, believe that when Jesus said that, he was referring to Peter being the rock. And they view Peter as being the first pope, and that Jesus was going to build his church on Peter. But there's another interpretation, one that I think is more accurate, and it is that the rock there represents Peter's profession of faith, that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God. And it's on that profession of faith that Christ is going to build his church. Christ is the rock. And it was brought to our attention here today, in this cave, there was a large source of water that would come out of it in Jesus' day. There was even a temple, a pagan temple, to the false god Pan, that was in front of this mountain. You can see some of the places where some idols would be placed inside the rock. And it was brought to our attention that it was intentional. Matthew was intentional in identifying the location of where Jesus spoke these words to Peter, because it was a place of false worship. And again, some people thought, because there was a deep well here of water, that maybe it was even the entranceway to Hades, the place of the dead. And in the midst of all this paganism and false worship, Jesus is saying, I am the Christ, the Son of God, and I'm going to build my church. And not even Hades, not even false gods, not even Satan himself will be able to prevent me from building my church. And what a source of confidence it is to have those words of promise from our Savior. And he continues to build his church today. Thanks for watching. More tomorrow.